Now, if you're a black cop, does BLM think that your life matters? My name is Nate the Lawyer, and welcome to the firm. Now, before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video. Now, today we are going to see if Black Lives Matter covers black police officers. Let's just keep it honest. Black police officers deal with the same institutional racism that people in all walks of life deal with, right? They're not immune. So today we look at the police shooting of Hakim Littleton in Detroit. Now, whenever I look at these police shootings, I like to start with the initial news reports, right? To hear what was said and how it changed over time and how the view of the incident and people's perception of what actually happened changed. Let's start with the initial news report about a black man, unarmed, being killed by police.
Shot him in his back. It's no. Walking down the street. Oh, they told them to freeze. Okay, put your hands up, and he did just that, and they shot him, trying to put his phone in his pocket.
Detroit Police Chief James Craig says a gang task force was conducting surveillance at that area of a shooting that happened last week. Now, they were on their way to arrest a suspect when a second man appeared. A struggle began. That suspect allegedly shot first, and officers returned fire, killing him. Family members adamantly say that that is not what happened.
Now remember, at this time, no one has seen the body camera footage except for the people at the police department, and we have two competing stories. Now, the police department is saying that this was a clean shoot, right? Someone shot at their officer, almost killing him, right? Missed his head by inches. But we have the family, and it seems to be an eyewitness, who says that, number one, this suspect was shot in the back. Number two, he was only holding a cell phone. So the story of another unarmed black man being murdered by police isn't too far out of the question. Hell, we've been dealing with this for the last 3 months. Now, because you had these two conflicting stories, this led to Black Lives Matter protests demanding justice for the suspect that was shot in the back.
We want to first off apologize for some of the profanity that you're hearing, but these are all the people who have been protesting. They feel like what has happened is not justified. So of course, obviously, a lot of them very passionate, very angry, and this has turned into what we've seen before. You can hear the marching band in a sense playing. There's a saxophone player. You got the drum line out here, and you also have trumpet players. They're playing while these people are marching and protesting. So once again, this started earlier, and it didn't look like this peaceful. Earlier, it was something very different where people started to throw things at the police officers, and then after that happened, the police had to even retreat.
So what do we have? We have protests in the streets, police being forced to retreat, but we have video, body camera video, dash cam video. Let's see what happened. Now, before I jump into the video, just want to say this. First, I'm going to play this raw and uncut so you can just see it for yourself.
Fuck you with your phone, man. Shots fired!
So let's just start. This officer is a hero, right? And should be celebrated by Black Lives Matter and by the community as a whole. Instead, this community is marching for the man who tried to kill this officer. So what do we see on the video? Well, we see the officers trying to arrest one suspect, and this other suspect pulls a gun and fires it at the officer. directly at his head, missing him. Praise God, he missed the officer. Now, to me, this is a 1,000,000% justified shooting. There's no doubt about it. No questions to even be asked. Just watch the video. A suspect tried to shoot a cop in the face. Now, I support the Black Lives Matter movement, right? On this website, they say we acknowledge, respect, and celebrate differences and commonalities. We work vigorously for freedom, justice, for black people, and by extension, all people. I agree with that. But I don't agree with this. I don't agree with them marching in the streets for someone who just tried to kill a cop. That's not the Black Lives Matter I support. Now, this is not only true for me with Black Lives Matter, for instance. For the Republican Party, there are certain things that I agree with. Second Amendment, their ban on abortion, I'm against that. And for the Democratic Party, there are certain things that I agree with. Climate change is real. Coronavirus is serious. I agree with them. Their take away everybody's guns and want to be a nanny state, no. Now, I think this incident in Detroit highlights this. How many people who support Black Lives Matter would support this Black Lives Matter protest? Because I don't. And I support Black Lives Matter, but I don't support this protest. I think that protest was done under fraudulent circumstances, right? People were lied to.
Shot him in his back. It's no. Walking down the street. Oh, they told them to freeze. Okay, put your hands up, and he did just that, and they shot him trying to put his phone in his pocket.
And those cops that they're protesting are heroes. But as always, this is not about me. This is about you. And what do you think? Did BLM get this one wrong? Was there a rush to judgment? What should happen to that eyewitness? The one that said she saw everything and the cop shot him in the back and the only thing he had was his cell phone. Should there be some penalty for that? Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. And as always, thanks for stopping by. And if you've made it to this part of the video, consider hitting the subscribe button. Consider supporting the channel either through a channel membership or hitting up the Patreon. I would really appreciate it. And my name is Nate, YouTuber, lawyer, and I'm out of here. Peace.